Fill her up.
You're listening to the Gas Digital Network.
These are the dark holes I fell into this week. We got Justin Trudeau could be banging Katy Perry. He could be on a date with Katy Perry. Justin Trudeau could be laying pipe, some Illuminati tier pipe that Justin Trudeau is laying. Maybe this could be happening. Okay, let's get these fucking notes open, dog. Jesus Cristo. What the fuck is the next one? We haven't done this in a little bit, but it is the 50th episode. The 50th episode, you little sluts. No, kind of a big milestone. We're bringing back. I'd not bring back like an old but just like I loved when we were going in and we would see some weird personalities. Sometimes I didn't really love doing it because they were so visual. So I really worried about people who were podcast or who are audio only listeners. But this guy, his thing is just him talking. And so I think visually or auditorially. Auditorially? You guys get what the fuck I'm saying. It's the same, dude. So we got Jason Rodriguez, bro. And then we got our title write-in. We got, my ex left her vibrator at my place, so I gave it to my new girlfriend and told her it was brand new. She uses it all the time. Whoa! All today on Dark Holes. All right, guys. I think we have a new favorite flavor of Celsius. I never liked these ones that were like they feel like the promotional guys, this Arctic vibe. But then I drank this one the other day. I've had this one before, and I swear I didn't really care for it. But I drank this one the other day, and I went... It is, of course, we know that the most powerful and the most pure Celsius is the wild berry Celsius. Sorry for the clanging of the can against the microphone. We know that the most powerful and the purest form of Celsius is the wild berry Celsius. Now, this is a sparkling frozen berry. So this is a berry adjacent. It's not wild, it's frozen. So maybe as it melts within your body, you unleash some of the pure wild berry energy. So it could be, I would say this is like the slow release version, where the wild berry is like fast acting. This is slow release based on science of me I'm testing right now. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. On the, what is it, the Kinsley scale? Oh, that's a scale for gay. What's a good scale? I always like to use a 5-point scale, sometimes 3, but a 5-point scale. And you can't use decimals. When you start bringing in decimals, it defeats the purpose of fucking doing the point scale, dude. On a 5-point scale, that's definitely a 4. That's definitely a 4, dog. Okay, Justin Trudeau. If you don't know, if you saw this article, you went, who the fuck is Justin Trudeau? Who the fuck is JT? The former Prime Minister of Canada. Yeah. Is he loved over here? Nah, dude. Everyone in Canada fucking hates Justin Trudeau. We liked him at first because the guy we had before Justin Trudeau was like this old dude who was like, he kind of looked like a cyborg. I can't even remember what his name is. It wasn't Paul Martin. No, which was a legit one of our guys. Paul Martin. We elected a guy named Paul Martin, dude? What a boring fucking dude. Get some spice in there, Paul Martin. I don't even remember what that guy did. Actually, maybe he wasn't even prime minister. Maybe he was just running. I can't remember. But we had a guy who everyone talked about how he looked like a cyborg, and he had like cyborg face and cyborg hair. He was like our version of a Zucky. It was like a Canadian Zuck. And so we had that guy, and then so it was refreshing to get like kind of like young, like attractive guy. So everyone was like, "Oh, this guy's like young and hot." Okay, and then he was like, you guys just had Obama, who's like young and cool, and so we're like, let's try it over here. And I think for one term it worked because he legalized weed, and we were like, hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. We have legal weed in Canada. If you don't know, you can come up here. You can smoke a bong in a park. You can smoke a fucking bong in a park. You can have up to 4 plants to your goddamn self. You want to talk about being free? You want to talk about being free in the United States of America? Try coming up to Canada and getting fucking smoke a bong in a park. Smoke a bong in a park in Texas. See what the fuck happens, dude. That'll be the last time you see the outside of a jail cell. I'll tell you what. Yeah, but we don't have guns. So that's the trade-off. If you guys want to smoke a bong in a park, you have to get rid of your guns. I think it would be cool if we did it like, what's that fucking movie? Dune style. We should do Dune style. Because in Dune, no one has guns. No one, they had the artillery thing where it's like, we're going to use the old ways. But that was like banished. I don't know if you guys have seen Dune. But in Dune, they all just use swords and shit. There's like some guns here and there. But guns are like really frowned upon. You kind of got to go and like meet people in the field with the swords. And there's some lore and shit to that. But I think that's what we should do. It's like, it's not that everyone needs the guns. It's that we need to have no guns, which that's harder to do. Because once the cat's out of the bag, it would be easier to give everyone a gun now. But if we did 0 guns, and everyone just went to we just all went to swords and shit. Yo, that would be pretty sick. We could all just be sword guys. That would be cool. And then you go to sword class and stuff. You make buddies. Good for the community. I think that's a good community boost to get everyone with a sword. And then dudes with ponytails are like coming up. Dude, if we got rid of guns, actually, that's probably the biggest negative. It's like lizard boys. Dudes who own lizards and have ponytails are like, this is my time. I get to be cool. But we should bring back swords a bit. I think maybe we do like a split. We get a new rule. New rule. Who's that fucking guy who does that? I can't remember. He was on HBO and he has that show. Ben Maher. Ben Maher? Was it? Ben Mayer? Ben Mayer? Ben Moore? Ben Marito? Something Mayer. Something Maher. Bill Maher! Fuck yeah, dude. For those of you who are screaming at your screen. But okay. What are we talking about? Okay, yeah. So we could do I think it'd be good if we do swords. Swords are legal within a distance. Like if you shoot a guy within 20 meters of yourself, illegal everywhere, but you can still have a gun. But if you shoot someone within 20 meters, illegal, unless they're breaking into your house. Then if someone is in your house, you can shoot them no matter what. But out in the wild, within 20 meters, swords come out. Shling, shling. You hear a lot of that. Shling. And then solo one-on-one combat. Shling, 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 shling. That goes down. That's cool. That's good. Dude, the amount of views, dude, a sword channel, if it was all sword-based combat, that'd be fucking great, dog. But I just don't know how good would then everyone's got their own style. That's what gets cool again, is everyone starts to bring out their own style of sword and shit like that. Because, yeah, everyone has their own style of gun, but all guns do the same. They're all blast, dude. All the difference, katana versus, now I'm thinking Deadliest Warrior. What was what are those fuckers called? A Spartan sword. I can't remember what those are called. But those, yeah, you get a curved blade, like a scimitar. Dude, now it's more interesting. Scimitar versus katana. Yo, who wins, dog? Who wins? Probably katana. Katana always wins, doesn't it? That means the Japanese get up there again. They get cool again. This is we're really flipping the world on its head. But anyways, back to Justin Trudeau. Potentially fucking Katy Perry, dog. Weird thing to do. I mean, he is single, and his wife left him in the middle of his second term. And I think in Canada, you can keep going for re-election as many times as you want, but I don't think anyone's ever made it past 2 terms. Someone told me that once. I don't know if that's true. What's it called? Paco, fact check me right now. Let the viewer know. The listener, see, here's the thing. If you watch the podcast, Paco fact checks me all the time. And I'm wrong often, but sometimes I'm right. Sometimes he brings up the fact to support what I've said. And before we would have our beautiful Jorge. Jorge was our little twinkish producer who would bring up facts. Okay, I guess we do have ChatGPT producer, but Jorge filled in these gaps for where I am stupid. And so that was really nice. Okay, what am I looking up? Dude, I'm extra fucking ADD today, baby. Woo! Woo! Okay, we need producer, ChatGPT. What is her name again? We named her Mercedes. That's what we did. Hey, Mercedes, I need you to look up a fact for me. You're now acting as producer on my podcast. What is there a limit of how many terms you can do as a Canadian Prime Minister?
There's actually no limit on how many terms a Canadian Prime Minister can serve. They can stay in office as long as they continue to have the confidence of the House of Commons and keep winning elections.
So I was right, bitch. I was fucking right, you stupid bitches out there who doubted me. I was fucking right, dog. So yeah, you can keep running, dude. And so yeah, so if you're trying to get that re-election, and already he was like hated because he just wasn't really. I think it was just he just didn't. It wasn't even that you're like not doing a good job. I don't think he did like anything. Like he legalized weed, and then we were like sick, and then he went to the second term, and then just like nothing really happened. Everything got really expensive, and housing is still out of control. I don't want to get too into the weeds on this. That's boring shit. Let's focus on him fucking Katy Perry. My point is, his wife left him in the middle of his second term, and that's bad for re-election. Getting divorced, that doesn't give you faith in your leader unless they start fucking Katy Perry. Dude, if he got divorced, I'm like, why are you waiting till now to be spotted with Katy Perry? Dude, you should have been fucking Katy Perry when you were coming up for re-election, because then that gets you votes, dude. That people will vote for you if you fuck Katy Perry. Everyone thought he was like this little lame dude, this little dork, this little theater dork who's like this nepo baby because his dad was prime minister. And then you go, oh, but he's fucking Katy Perry. That's cool. I'll vote for that. Whatever that is. I don't know what policy that is, but the prime minister is fucking a huge pop star. Canadians like American culture. We really do. We really, really do. And we absorb it constantly. We absorb it more than our own culture, I would say. Except for in certain areas like Quebec. And then I think like the East Coast, they really like their own shit. Most of Canada is drinking in America. When I was a kid, it was like we had much. I think I've mentioned this before. We had Much Music, which was our version of MTV, which was very much. We got Much Music, or we got MTV at home. And I wanted MTV's. You know how badly I wanted VH1? Oh, because eventually we did get MTV, but VH1 you needed like special whatever satellite or something for, or you had to buy the channel extra, and we didn't. And I was like, I want VH1. I wanted VH1 so bad. I didn't even know what was on there. I just knew it was cool. But I wanted VH1. And this is VH1. Fucking Katy Perry is VH1, okay? That's what the prime minister is up to. And it's like, dude, you might have won. If you did that, you might have won. If you divorced your wife, everyone was like, oh, your wife left you. Everyone was kind of like bitch mode, bitch mode, bitch mode. That's what people were thinking. People were very much thinking it was like Tom Brady post divorce when she was like with the jiu-jitsu guy. That was the vibe we had about our president when he got divorced middle of his fucking second term. You go, kind of lame, dude. Doesn't give me confidence. But if he came out and was like, hey, just so you know, you might see me on the next season of American Idol next to Katy Perry. It would have been like, yo, what? Dude, he's out there smashing like that? That's cool guy stuff. So yeah, I think he really fucked up by not publicly. He should have leaked a Katy Perry sex tape. That would have got him reelected. If Justin Trudeau came out with like a full-on like penetration sex tape with Katy Perry, dude, his approval rating would have gone through the roof, dude. Everyone would have been like, this guy rules, dog. Especially if he was like really fucking laying it down. If he was fucking her and he went, say, oh, Canada. Dude, that would have got some people to the polls, dog. Some people just would have got up. Like, most people don't vote. I don't know about most, but a lot of people don't vote. Like, I think it's like a third of people. I think it's more than a third of people don't vote. That's what's crazy to me about how politically charged everyone is. It seems like everything is like, politics, politics, politics. A third of people don't give a fuck, dude. A third of eligible voters just go, whatever. Whatever, dude. And everyone acts like it's so important. That has never changed. That's how I know a lot of this is fluff. Because that stat stays the same. For as charged and fucking upset, and it's like things like they keep putting it in TV and shit because it gets views, because it gets you upset. Because either you're seeing something that you disagree with or you agree with. It's very binary. But there's a bunch of people who just go, change the channel. I don't give a fuck, dog. I'm not getting up and going to the poll. You can't, dude. If you don't even vote, dog, and you're getting upset, it's like, come on, bro. Come on. Okay. Should we go to our palate cleanser? Oh, we got to talk about this, though, quickly, though. He does come from, we do need to acknowledge that George St. Pierre. Another Canadian, that guy fucks. Okay, holy shit. That's actually the one thing that's like well known about George. Not the one thing. I would say the one thing that's well known about George St. Pierre is that he's maybe the greatest UFC fighter of all time. Canadian. Dude, if you have a Mount Rushmore of UFC fighters, there's a high chance George is going to go on there. He's got no scandals, no fucking slip-ups with PEDs. He just came out, he whooped ass. He had the belt in two separate divisions, not at the same time, but he held the middleweight belt and the welterweight belt for a long time. Had like one of the longest undefeated streaks for a long time. Dude, George St. Pierre is like almost spotless. I think he kind of is. Like he has that one loss against Matt Serra where he got caught. But good for Matt Serra, dude. Matt Serra got to touch the belt. Matt Serra seems like a good guy. I did a podcast once with Matt Serra, and he seems like a good dude. So good for Matt Serra. I bet he was like, I fucking beat George St. Pierre. Holy shit. He was a dude who apparently he could have gone to a lighter weight class, but he's like, I like to eat. I respect the fuck out of that. He's like, why would I go lighter when I can have a fucking spaghetti bolognese? I can touch the belt. It's around my waist, and I got to eat a spaghetti bolognese. George didn't get to eat a spaghetti bolognese, I'll tell you that much. He wasn't eating spaghetti bolognese leading up to the fight. Oh, dude. But what? Okay, how do we get here? Oh, George St. Pierre apparently fucked. That was the one thing that is like it was his one vice, I should say, because apparently he didn't drink, he doesn't smoke, he doesn't do any bad stuff to his body. His body's a temple, but he laid down some serious pipe throughout his days, dude. Serious pipe. Totally makes sense because he is French Canadian, and French Canada is the horniest part of our whole country. And I would put it up on like, in terms of like global horniness, I think it ranks high. The people here in fucking French Canada are horny as hell, dude. Horny as hell, dog. And so he was giving them like intense, like top tier horniness and he's a pro athlete. He was blowing pussy out. He is quoted saying, when you sleep with a woman from another country, I'm paraphrasing here. I don't know exactly how it goes, but this was the essence. He was saying, when you sleep with a woman from a different country, you need to give your all because you're representing your country. That's how he would fuck, dude. He had the same mentality as an Olympic athlete when he went into the puss, dog. That's crazy, dude. Dude, high respects for the old George GSP. GSP going in to the puss, like he's like he could hear the "Oh Canada." He can hear the Canada as he's just fucking drilling it. Our home and native land, true sacred love, with all the sun's command. With glowing hearts we see the rise, the true north strong and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. I remember quite a bit of that. Holy shit, that's in there, dude. I flubbed a bit of it there, but that file was pretty intact. Not that corrupted. Wow. I think I fucked up a few words along the way, and I kind of I jumbled together what I thought the words were supposed to be, but I remember the Canadian national anthem pretty good. But yeah, dude. But okay, why do we get over here? Oh yeah, fuck, we're like way off topic. Pierre Trudeau was Justin Trudeau's dad, and Pierre Trudeau was our prime minister. That's why Justin Trudeau is a nepo baby, and Pierre Trudeau was apparently a fucking pussy hound who I think he banged Kim Cattrall or was dating Kim Cattrall or something like that when she was young. Let's go to our producer here. Hey, ChatGPT producer, was Pierre Trudeau sleeping with or dating Kim Cattrall when she was young, and what age was she when this was happening, and what age was Pierre Trudeau? All right. What the shit? Okay. Let's try this again. Hey, ChatGPT. Was Pierre Trudeau, the former prime minister, dating actress Kim Cattrall at one point? If they were together, or dating, or sleeping together, or something, is there rumors about that? How old was Pierre Trudeau at the time, and how old was Kim Cattrall at the time?
Yes, Kim Cattrall and Pierre Trudeau. Yes, Kim Cattrall. Yes, Kim Cattrall and Pierre Trudeau were. At that time, Pierre Trudeau was a.
Jesus, she's struggling. She's like, oh my God. Oh, I think all they all started to just come through separately. Here, I'm gonna try and send this through again. How do I? If I click on this, she did not like that. It really fucked with her brain work. So ChatGPT, you might get replaced with Gemini soon. Hey, yes, Pierre Trudeau and Kim Cattrall were romantically involved at one point, and it's not just a rumor. It's confirmed by Cattrall herself. In a 2008 interview, Kim Cattrall said that she dated Pierre Trudeau in 1981, describing him as one of the sexiest men she'd ever met. She was 25 at the time, and Trudeau was 61, dude. Holy shit, dog. See, this is the kind of shit. This is why, like, I think people dog on Justin a lot too, his son, because like, yo, Justin now he's doing some dog shit. He's getting out there banging Katy Perry, but like 61 banging a 25-year-old Pierre Trudeau, I was out there with his dick, bro. Out there with his dick. When was he prime minister? Was he prime minister at the time? No way. There aren't widespread rumors along a term relationship scandal, but their age difference and his status as former Canadian prime minister definitely made it notable. Okay, so this is like, yeah, Kim Cattrall was like a hot sex symbol at the time. Former Canadian prime minister. Maybe this is like this is a Trudeau move. This is a true. You go, okay, I'm done being prime minister. What am I gonna do? Bang an American icon. That's what you do. You put your dick in an American icon after you serve your country. That is what you do, dog. I mean, he is taken after his dad. I think he was. I mean, I wasn't there. I mean, I feel like every political leader is hated when they leave. I think very few of them, people were like, I think George Washington, they wanted him to have a third term, and he was like, no. But like, I think every political leader, they have because everyone, by the end, they're like, you didn't do anything. And it's like, yeah, that's just the system. The system doesn't work. And you're blaming me, and I was a figurehead, and now I'm gone. And we'll rinse and repeat. But anyways, at least you get to bang a fucking person after, I guess, whatever, dog. Oh, but yeah, I wanted to say that apparently because Pierre Trudeau was out there so like wild with his dick, there's rumors that him and his wife were swingers, and that please bring this up right now, Paco. Boom! Here's a picture of Justin Trudeau and Fidel Castro. There's rumors that Fidel Castro is actually Justin Trudeau's dad because they think that when Pierre Trudeau and his wife went to visit Fidel Castro, they were kind of like loose with it, like swinging. He's like, hey, you want to bang my wife? And he banged his wife and got his wife pregnant. And I think the timelines actually match up. I'm not sure if the timelines do match up on that. But if you look at a picture of them side by side, as you're seeing right now, that looks like his fucking dad. I'll tell you that much. That looks like Papa. Okay. All right, let's get into a palate cleanser. Fucking Jesus balls. Jesus, balls, suck my dick and my balls. Okay. Here we got a good fight. Dude, look at this lady coming at it. Turquoise folds the bitch. Look at that stance. She's got that jab low. She's got like a George St. Pierre style jab, dude. Ooh. She catches her, and this girl's just flailing. She doesn't know what to do. And she's only tagging her with a jab. She's not even giving her that right cross yet. And she's like, come on. She's even backing up, and she's like, all right. Oh, what? Oh, wait. Oh, she's taunting her. That clap. She goes, come in, get a little more. You want another taste? You've already been tagged. This girl's trying to recover. She's wasting time. She's barefoot, too, which is a bad choice. Oh, she takes another jab. Now she's frustrated. She's going to eat. And then the right comes out. She's like, I broke you. And then she gets folded, bleeding out of her face. Oh, she's all. See, people don't know when to give up. That's when you give up. That's when you go. When you get real folded like that, that's when you have to go. That's the same as the dude who fought on the golf course. When you get folded like that, you have to go, okay, you know what? I'm not fully concussed yet. I'm still conscious. I got to wrap it up. This was embarrassing enough as it was. That's what you need to say to yourself. This was embarrassing enough as it was, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's get into the next section. What's going on with me? All right, guys, follow the fucking podcast. If you guys haven't hit that follow button, hit that follow button, guys. What I need you to do is, just follow the pod. If you listen to the pod, you don't follow on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, you're watching on YouTube, you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Helps out huge. Also, we got our 5-star review of the week. Remember, if you want your 5-star review read out, you can leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or leave a comment on Spotify or YouTube, and it'll get read out here. This one was very sweet. It doesn't say 5 stars at the end, but it was so nice. This is from Wood Marcus. It says, Che, this podcast always brightens my day. A nice beer on a Friday afternoon, and dark holes should have been named Sister Dong, referring to the previous episode. And man, Connor is on a coke binge, just randomly punching people in bars for fun, sending unsolicited dick pics to whoever he wants. He never failed. He's even failed his first drug test back in the pool. Oh my God, I didn't know about that. He failed his first drug test. Is crazy. LMAO, so they say. Dude is on fire. Watch some of his BKFC, that's bare knuckle fighting competition or championship interviews. Quality entertainment, just like this fabulous podcast. Keep it up. Good work, bro beans. I don't know what bro beans at the end means. But that was very sweet from Wood Marcus. It was a very nice long message that, like, I read this and I was like, that really brightens my heart. It makes me feel good. I love that people do really like the pod and they're getting enjoyment out of it because I enjoy doing it. I enjoy doing it, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. New podcast launch. Of course, you guys know, check out Two Goons. We got some great episodes coming up. I think episode that just dropped this week is Kazumi, followed by, I think we have Kate something. Fuck, I can't remember what exactly her name is. This looks bad. No, it doesn't. You guys will see. But she's a big cosplayer out of Spain. I'm pretty sure she's coming right after. We also had Danny Mullen on. Big YouTuber, big podcast guy. He was on with Melissa Stratton. And who do we have in the canon? I know we have Sabrina Banks. That's probably going to come out soon. And then there's several more. We batch record a bunch of episodes, so we got a bunch in the canon coming out. We're going to be doing 2 a week for about 4 weeks, and then we're going to go back to once a week after that. But we're doing 2 a week for now, testing it out, see what the waters are like. And so, you guys can go get some good podcast content over there. We got the clips dropping, everything coming out. It's actually performing really well. Let me tell you, the analytics on this bad boy, they make me horny. Oh, that is a fucking good one. 5-5 challenge. Okay, so I'm getting back on the health grind because now I am post Just for Laughs. Just for Laughs, big comedy festival. Oh, yes, I am post Just for Laughs. So if you don't know, Just for Laughs is a big comedy festival in Montreal. And it runs for about 2 weeks, and I was there for like 12 days. So I was hosting the Nasty Show, which is a huge honor. I think it's either the longest running or the second longest running show at Just for Laughs. And so I was so stoked to do this, but it was exhausting to be at the festival for that long. I remember I was like, the thing I miss the most is my kitchen. I miss cooking and like knowing what's in my food and stuff. That's what I didn't like going out and eating out every meal of every day for 10 days. That was a bit much. So yeah, I was like, I miss my fucking kitchen, dog. But now that it's done, it's easier to get back in that swing of things. I have been slacking at the gym. I got to get back to the right gym routine. I just picked my nose. But my life has been a little hectic because Just for Laughs was eating up so much time, and I was like kind of out of order and out of my routine that I have to catch up on a bunch of shit. So gym keeps getting kicked down the line. That being said, we are having some caffeine, but I am at least, I want to say 5 or 6 days, maybe 5 days, maybe 4 days, but no porn. I mean, the no porn has been going on for a while now. I'm really good on the no porn right now. No nicotine. I did have some nicotine at Just for Laughs, but we're back on no nicotine. No booze, and no. So no porn, no booze, no gluten. Oh, I've been killing it on the no gluten. I don't think I did have a little gluten at Just for Laughs, but I've been recently, like so many opportunities have popped up for me to eat gluten. I've been like, no. And I feel so much better when I'm not eating that gluten. If you guys want to check out the streaming stuff, Cam and I have started streaming Grounded. Oh, my ear is itchy, and this feels like fucking God tier, that scratch. Yeah, Cam and I have started streaming Grounded, which is a survival game that is kind of like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids vibes. Your kids who got like shrunk down, and you have to like, obviously a survival game, you have to like collect materials and all that kind of shit so you can build shit. And there's all these bugs. Your enemies are basically all bugs. It seems like that it's surprising that this is the first time someone's made a game like this. Because this is like a common, like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids is like, yeah, we've seen this version of this in like Magic School Bus and in cartoons, and like this has been done before. You get shrunk little, and then all of a sudden bugs are very threatening. Ant-Man, we understand. But we streamed it the first time yesterday, and it was excellent. I played the first Grounded, and I didn't really love it, to be honest. I thought it was a little too convoluted. It took too long to get to the really, like, the meat and potatoes of the fun. This game, you move way faster from, like, not being able to build anything to build stuff very quickly, and they take out a lot of the redundant shit. It was like, before, you have to craft a hammer so you can break shit, and then you have to craft an axe so you can break shit, like, or cut shit down, a shovel so you can dig shit, and those things wear down, and so you have to keep crafting your base level shit, which is annoying. And in this game, they just give you one tool that can do all those things. It can be a wrench, a hammer, a shovel, and a fucking axe, and you can upgrade it, and it stays upgraded. So that takes the, like, not fun. Some people want all the monotony of a survival game, and then you should be crafting everything, and you should be hungry, and you should be blah blah blah. But it's nice when you can take out some of that monotony. For me, at least, who isn't like, I don't want this super hardcore survival experience. I want to have the fun of like building shit, but I don't want to be fucking making or if I lose my axe, my like highly upgraded axe, then I have to go find the materials to make that axe again. Annoying. Okay, guys. Tour dates. We got Denver, Colorado coming up August 21st and 23rd. Los Angeles, California coming up August 24th. Appleton, Wisconsin coming up September 5th to 6th. Toronto coming up. Oh, yeah, Toronto's new. Toronto just got announced. September 20th. That's going to be with Just for Laughs Toronto. La Jolla, California, La Jolla, California, October 17th to 19th. Skankfest, November 14th to 16th. Charlotte, North Carolina, November 28th to 30th. Chicago, Illinois, December 5th to 6th. And Albuquerque, New Mexico, December 12th to 13th. Get all your tickets at chedurena.com. Legendary, dog. Legendary, dude. Okay, let me get a little. Reminds me, if this just got announced, we just announced Toronto, so I got to start doing the promo for that. Okay. Or the email blast. Okay, Jason Rodriguez, guys. Jason Rodriguez. This dude, It's been a little while since we've had a character, a real good character. I feel like the characters we've been doing have been like Conor McGregor and stuff, who is a character, but I like me an obscure dude. And this is an obscure guy, okay? Let's look at his account. How many followers does this guy have? Let's go. Jason Rodriguez, Jason_Rodriguez 95. He has 41,000 followers. So some people are starting to learn about him, but a lot of his videos don't have that many views, guys. We're talking he's floating around 1,000 on some of these, 3,000 on some of these, but then he has a few that are just these like pop out hits that people fucking love, and it's whenever he's talking, and he's an electrician, he's a tradesman. That's his like background. That's what he does. But he also is a guy who likes to have a good fucking time. I would say that's the most important definition of him, is he's a guy who likes to have some fucking fun, and he likes to tell you about how he has his fun. Okay, hold on. Let's bring up this video here. The Candied Cat is one of his favorite locations in the world. Let's just listen to Jason.
My name's J-Rod. I'm a 26-year-old electrician out of California. And this is my favorite cat house, bro. The Candy Cat 2, dude. The best fucking cat house you'll find in Southern California, bro. Yeah, they don't show their pussy here, bro. But the 2 pool tables, they make up for it, bro. They got beers. They got 2 pool tables. They got 2 stripper poles. I mean, you only live one life, dude. My fellow tradesman, dog. You only live one life, so you gotta have fun, bro. I'm out here in San Fernando Valley. It's called the Candy Cat 2 with 2 O's. And by far, bro, I've been to all the bars from San Diego to Santa Barbara. And the Candy Cat 2, dog, is my favorite, bro. If I had to pick one bar in this world, bro, it would be the Candy Cat 2, dude. So come on down, dude. Ask for the J-Rod special. And they'll fucking shoot a ping pong ball out of their butthole into your mouth, bro.
Ask for the J-Rod special, and they will shoot a ping pong ball out of their butt into your mouth. Now, this place, if you're in San Fernando Valley, if I end up in San Fernando Valley, I might just need to pop in and just be like, hey, what's going on at the Candied Cat 2? This is one of the best promos I've ever seen for a place. The amount of heart that he gives into this, saying they don't show their pussies here, but the 2 pool tables make up for it. This dude, for one, loves pool. We understand where his passions lie. He's like, I like pussy, I like pool more. Looking at pussy, great. Hitting that, when you hit that fucking corner pocket, no feeling like it. Not even the warm velvet of pussy lips can match the 8-ball going in at the end of a match. No way, dude. But he is passionate about what he does. The hand signals, the way he talks, he's just shooting his hand out there like, this is what I'm talking about. I'm telling you what's directly in front of you. I'm telling you how you should live, dude. There is a part of this, like, you might listen to that. If you listen to that and you thought it was depressing, you're like, oh, this guy loves strip clubs so much that he's breaking them down. No. This is uplifting, I think. I thought this was motivational. This is a guy who's like, I'm a trades worker, I'm an electrician. You only live one life and you gotta have fun. This guy has simple fun. You know, some people, they gotta go on, like, they're always posturing. They're like, I need to go on a yacht. People need to see me if in Dubai. I need to eat that Dubai chocolate in Dubai. I need to go on some crazy trip, and my Instagram is all me traveling, and, you know, I need to find myself, and da-da-da-da-da. People go all around the world to find some type of peace in their life, some type of purpose, some type of security. This guy goes to fucking San Fernando Valley after a long shift of being an electrician, plays some pool, looks at some chicks' tits, and goes, this is what it's about. This is monk type shit. He's found peace in his reality. He doesn't need anything more. He doesn't need to go eat at a fancy place and get a Morton steak or something like that. He doesn't need to go fly across the country or fly across the world to some specific place and eat like, butterfly sushi or some shit. He's like, there's a great strip club that has 2 pool tables, some good drinks, tits, no pussy, and here I have found pure joy, enlightenment. That's something everyone should strive for. When you go, like, I love traveling. Traveling's great. But I travel because it's fun and because I enjoy it. And it's cool to see these new places. but I don't travel to fill a void in myself. When you're doing things in your life and you're being like, I want to go see this thing, I want to try this thing, I want to do that, where's it coming from? Is it coming from a pure place of excitement, of curiosity, of exploration? Or are you virtue signaling? Are you positioning yourself to look cool in front of your friends? Are you trying to get some type of external validation by doing these things and you want this appreciation from people? Is that why? Because if that's why, you might need to go down to the Candied Cat in San Fernando Valley and look at some tits, no pussy, and play a game of pool and see if you can find some happiness there. Because if you can't find it there, you won't find it anywhere. Let me tell you. Okay, let's go into... What the fuck is this? Okay. Let's go into another one. Let's go into another one of J-Rod's videos here. Let's listen about J-Rod's weekend, okay? This is all it takes for J-Rod to feel like a good guy.
I had a kick-ass weekend, bro. I had fun this weekend, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the Gentlemen's Club with my buddy Tyrone. That shit is fun, bro. The Gentlemen's Club. I go to the full nude ones, bro. Where they fucking shake their pussy all up in your face, bro. You can fuck them there if you want. You know, if you got $300, $400, bro, they'll let you hit that shit in the back for 20 minutes, bro.
20
minutes.
Know, you
just let them motherfuckers out. You can fuck the shit out of them. You know, it's fucking... You go to the Gentlemen's Club with 300 ones, and those single women, bro, those single moms, they're hungry to make $1, bro, and they do a good job, dude.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's anyone who's feeling the blues, dog.
Yeah.
Go to the Gentlemen's Club, bro. $400 to $1,000. That shit'll clear depression like that, bro. Fuck.
Yo, dude. Are we serious, bro? See, this is what I'm talking about. This simple pleasure, man. You might have listened to that and you go, oh, this guy's going to a strip club and he's fucking the girls there. Oh my God, that's so sad. No. He's not sad at all. This dude, for one, he respects the chicks. He's like, you go there, you know, these single moms, these single chicks, they're hungry to make $1 and they do good work. He was appreciating how they shake the pussy in your face. He's appreciating how you can fuck them in the back for $400. He's like, that's the work, the 20 minutes, $400, he gets laid, he has a good time, and he goes, I'm feeling fucking good, dog. I'm feeling, this is what all he needs, man. Very simple needs. Very simple needs. A little pussy for $400. He works hard shifts as an electrician. He probably puts $400 aside twice a week. Or I was going to say once every 2 weeks. That's probably his budget, $800 a month. Not a nothing. $800 a month could go to something better. But who cares if it's keeping... What have I told you right now? You got to spend $800 a month. You never feel sad. You'll always be up. You'll always be feeling good. You would fucking take that deal. And that's what the deal he's found right now. Not bad, dog. Not bad. He respects the chicks. He's like, they do a good job. He's like, it'll clear up the blues, man. If you're feeling sad. If a lot of you out there are feeling sad, you're like, man, I got to take this drug and I got to take that and I got to go. I'm gonna go do some. I went and did ayahuasca because I was feeling all fucked up, dude. And it did work very, very well. But it was more than $800. I'll tell you that it was more than $800. But a lot of you out there, you might be struggling emotionally, mentally, spiritually. And that could all get washed away by a weekend with J-Rod. J-Rod, I mean, that's the service he should offer. He should be like, for $400, if you pay J-Rod $400, you basically pay for his pussy for the night. You should be able to go with J-Rod. You still have to pay for your own pussy, so you're double paying. But you should be able to go with J-Rod and then just have him basically like wash away your depression. This is what this guy should be doing on the side. He's going anyways. So he like, and his spots are limited because he's only going on the weekends, I think every other weekend or so. So, and he's only going when he's also feeling the blues. He can't overdo it. He needs to keep it good. So you better people might start paying more. People might start paying $1,000, $3,000 to get J-Rod to wash away your depression, dude. J-Rod, this is on the market for you. If you're missing out on some good cash right now. This is something people would buy. People want to be like you. They just don't know how. They just don't know how, my guy. All right, guys, it's right in time. Fuck, I really need to piss. How are we doing on time? Oh, I really need to piss, dude. We do have a palate cleanser. Okay, we're going to pause it here. And I'm going to take a piss. And we're back. Okay, let's get into... Oh, yeah, we got our palate cleanser before right in time. Palate cleanser, right in time. Palate cleanser, right in... I can't remember what this palate cleanser is. I think it's good, though. I think I had some good ones today. Oh, yes! Oh, my God! This was almost a full... This is almost like a full thing. I feel like I'm picking up. No, never mind. This was almost... Sorry, I thought I heard something in my headphones. This was almost a full topic. But I was like, I don't know if there's enough there for to be a full topic, so let's use it as a palate cleanser. But yes, of course, the Phillies fan that was fingering his girlfriend at the game. Meanwhile, at the Phillies versus Yankees game, okay, dude, this guy's just, fingering his girlfriend. And she's also loving it. She's nutting at the game, dude. And then he gives it a whiff, dude. You getting your lady to nut at the baseball game? Maybe that's the only way she would go. Maybe she hates baseball. And she's like, you're always going, I hate baseball. And you're like, okay, well, then you don't have to come. No, you never do stuff with me. You never take me out. I want to go. Or you always go with your friends. What are you guys doing? You drinking? Looking at girls? Maybe she was like, And he's like, all right, then, okay, then you have to. I don't want to go to baseball. And he's like, I want it. Like, I have these tickets. What do you want me to do with these tickets? I love the Phillies, dude. She's like, I won't go unless. The only way you can get me at a baseball game is if I'm coming. And he was like, all right. And then he just fingered her, got her to nut the game, gave it a whiff, dog. Honestly, you can't even see some faces or anything. There's not that many people around. Like, you can't be fingering people in public like that. But he's a Philly fan. What would the comments say here? Hold on. He's a Philly fan. I'm more surprised it's not two dudes performing sexual acts. Oh, because they're gay in Philly. Got him. And that's Kids, How I Met Your Mother. And that Kids, How I Met Your Mother. Yeah, people, that's just a can line people use. He caught her with the slider. That's kind of funny. But yeah, he did give it a whiff, dude. He had to give it a whiff. But you can't be fingering people in public like that. That's bad news bears. It's bad for the public to just have that happen. No one can see their faces or anything. They know that this is them for sure. And a couple of their buddies know that it's them. Because they can recognize them. They recognize you get a little bit of the dude's side profile. That all being said, ladies and gents, I don't know if anyone got hurt here. I don't think you should be. I know it's like, because what if there's kids? There shouldn't be kids at a Phillies game. There shouldn't be kids at any Philadelphia sporting events. That is a horrible place to bring a child because this kind of shit is going on there. And this is normal for this to happen there. This is actually one of the safest things that the fans are doing at the game. What they're mostly doing is fighting, doing coke. I've heard a story about like an Eagles fan puking on a kid. Like, do not bring children here. Do not bring. It should be an 18 plus event because they're like sometimes someone might get fingered in the crowd. And then you go like, well, what are you going to do about it? It's like, what do you want? They're Philly fans. What do you want us to do? Rehabilitate the entire fucking city? You can't do it. This is how they are. This is how Phillies, Eagles, the Flyers, this is what the people do. They are bad people. They're bad people, guys. Let's be honest about it. They're bad people. Do I like it? Yes, I like that this is going on. But I just don't feel like we should... I don't even know if we should shame these people for this. Because it's like, yeah, you're getting fingered at the Phillies game. It's like, yeah, it's Philadelphia. Let it ride. Yeah, maybe I've changed my tune. Maybe I think you should be actually fingering people at the Phillies game. More fingering should go on there. Okay, let's get into write-ins. Write-in time. Oh, okay, our title write-in. My ex left her vibrator at my place, so I gave it to my new girlfriend and told her I bought it brand new. She uses it all the time. That is crazy. That's crazy. I mean, she should have been suspicious when it wasn't in a box, unless you put it in a box. If you like boxed up an old vibrator to like sell it to your new girlfriend, like technically it was only used as one previous owner, which is like, you know, you get a car and they go one previous owner. You go, oh, that's pretty good. And she was dating you at the time, so unless one of you were cheating, then there wasn't too many outside sources being contaminated into the vibrator. If you cleaned it well, like on a scientific level, it should be relatively contaminant free, right? I would think if you clean the vibrator well enough, you could essentially get it back to like a neutral state of vaginal bacteria. It's more of the spiritual that's wrong with this. The act of sharing, like it's moral. The moral question of this is wrong. I mean, it's probably better for the planet. Because what was your other option? Your other option was to like return the vibrator to your ex, which your new girlfriend probably wouldn't have been very happy about. If you're like, hey, so that like just knowing that there's an old vibrator in your house that belonged to the previous person, that's gonna upset your current girlfriend. She's gonna get that the fuck out of here. And you're like, well, I don't want to throw it in the garbage. Like, it's a good piece of technology. Like, and she's going to be like, what, are you going to go give it back to her? Huh? Now you're in real deep shit, dude. So the other option would be just to throw it out. But that's just going to end up in the ocean. And then some fish, some like clam. Some clam is choking on it. Not in a good way. Not how the clam wants to choke on it. But this like repurposing, this regifting of it, spiritually bad. But if no one finds out, which no one should find out, I don't know how someone would find out, then, but if she does find out, oh, there'll be hell to pay. Like the risk on that, like what would you rather risk? Your entire relationship and your sanity and your like your peace in your house? Do you want to risk all that? Or do you want to risk like a little smidge of damage to the planet? Which, I mean, like we look at these giant companies, they're damaging the planet real bad. So, yeah, you probably should have just thrown it out. You should have thrown it out. All right. Next write-in. What do you guys think about that OnlyFans girl? What do you guys? Let me say what you guys. What do you guys think about that OnlyFans girl who got banned from Six Flags for wearing a thong bikini? Like, should there be a dress code for theme parks or nah? This again goes into like the Philly fan getting fingered. But I would say a theme park is definitely more of like a kid's thing. Like, once you're in your 20s, you're not really going to theme parks. It's really attractive to like teens and younger people. Mostly like, I would say like peak theme park time is probably 12 to 15, 16, like wherever you're like tall enough to ride all the rides and before you start having sex. That chunk of time where, yeah, you haven't fucked yet, but you still want to fuck. You want exhilaration. Is exhilaration a word? You want something exhilarating? I don't know. Exhilaration's a word now, baby. We're popping it out. But you want something exhilarating. Exhilaration, I like it. Exhilaration. I like it. But you want something exciting, and you've felt the effects of horny. You're going through puberty. It's also like as a teenager, there's only so many places that are like grounds where you can meet girls. And one of them is school, but you kind of already have a reputation at school, and maybe it's bad. And so then maybe you go to the mall, but the mall also is that it's probably your local mall. A good chance you're gonna meet people or see people although out of the school environment, so then it does shift your reputation a bit. So then a theme park might be like grounds for like, but you're still with your family kind of, but maybe you get the chance to talk to a girl that you've never met before, Maybe you got a chance to chat up a lady that you've never met before. And that's you only have a few opportunities. So I would say, yeah, wearing a thong bikini at Six Flags, bad news bears, dude. Bad news bears, because that's meant for kids. That's meant for kids. You're not going to go to Disneyland with a thong bikini on. That shit's meant for kids. Can't do that. Bad news bears. I understand everyone needs content, but I should have put this in the thing. Paco, dig this up if you can. Tempe, Arizona influencer facing 9 years in jail for pranks. I've been mentioning this for a while, guys. These public stunts, these prank things, they're coming to an end soon because everyone is doing them. And all it is, you're just harassing people and catching you harassing people on camera. Going to Six Flags in a thong bikini and then just filming everyone's reaction is like, look, they're all shocked. It's like, yeah, duh, you're in a thong at Six Flags. It's crazy because you'd think all the cameras everywhere, the constant surveillance would make people be like, oh, I need to act right. When people are actually like, I can act really wrong and then profit off of it because everyone is watching now. So it actually kind of had the opposite effect. Not in total, but a little bit. I'm sure a lot of people are very like wary of how they're acting in public. But yeah, you also have now because you put that out there. Like if you just did that for shits and gigs a while ago, like there's that one video I love on the internet of these kids who give seagulls. They put laxatives in like some clam chowder and then like kick it onto the beach. And then these seagulls come and eat it. And then the seagulls shit all over everyone on the beach. And it's like such a brilliant prank. There's like layers to it that I never would have thought of before of like, oh, how do you give a bird laxatives? Okay, well, we need to melt it into some, and like, oh, we can just have birds shit all over everyone. How do you make a bird shit? Like that, just the first thought of like, it's funny when a bird shits on someone. Okay, how do we make that happen? We don't have any control over when birds shit. Okay, what if a bird ate laxatives? Okay, shit, yeah, all right, we could give a bird laxatives. How do you give a bird a laxative? You can't go up and give it to him. Okay, well, what if we melted the laxatives down in food, like in a soup or something, and then we just like left the soup out and the birds came and ate it, or like we kicked it all over the place. And then people were going, oh, okay, we're on to something. Okay, well, but now the birds need to shit on people, so they need to cross with people. Where's the environment where birds and people are the most? And you're like, the forest? Not really, because the birds will shit on the trees, and it's like people are only really on the hiking trail. We need like an open space where birds and people are crossing constantly, and you go, the beach, seagulls, oh my God. Like the layers that needed to come together to make that prank happen were crazy. Like it was some skater kids that came up with it, and it is, I think, a stroke of genius. But my point is, what is my point? My point is that when that went on the internet, there was no like trace back to the person who posted it. I mean, maybe those kids got in trouble. I don't know. But now you're like posting it to your account where you make money and you have like your social security number in the YouTube account or your Instagram or whatever, so you can get paid. Your bank is attached to this shit. So they track it right back to you. And there's going to be some law passed, some like internet indecency law or something that's like, hey, if you're making prank content that harasses strangers, you're gonna have to like pay them damages for putting them in your video, because these people didn't sign a fucking release form, dude. And they're what is interesting. You're the prank guy, and you came up with this funny idea, but they're the interesting part of the content. People aren't watching because if you came up with this scheme. They're watching because you're harassing people, and it's almost like rage bait content. And so yeah, that stuff is coming to an end pretty soon, I think. All right, next write-in. Elon Musk just announced he's launching a dating app inside X, Twitter. Yeah, I know what Twitter is, or what X is. If you had to match with a mutual follower, who's the worst person it could be and why? I have no idea who my followers are on Twitter or X. I have no idea. So I couldn't even tell you. I barely use that platform. I'm wondering, like, he wants to make it. I got it. Oh, you'll see me on the Tiger Mom podcast soon. And so I got to do Xiao Ying Summers. She's Chinese, and she has not Waymo, whatever the we share. Or whatever it's called. She has that Chinese app that has everything. She showed me, just like, look, your banking information's in here. You can buy, there's like an Apple Pay. And that's what Elon wants to do with this. So this is his step in that direction. I just don't think it has the goods because the platform's already too tainted. It's too tainted. Like, it's too politically charged. It's not fun. Now every, thing that he adds to it, unless he can start to change the narrative of what X is, it'll be like, okay, this is a dating app for this specific type of people. It's not a dating app for everyone. You kind of want it to be like for everyone and just fun. Everything has this connotation when it's associated with X. And so, I don't know if that'll work. I mean, people are horny though. People are horny. So people will, out of horniness, will go and find a place to be horny. So it could work. It could work. Maybe that's where, because it's wild that, you have, super politically charged stuff on X, and then you have, insanely violent shit on X, and then you also have, just straight up porn on X. It is, all these things existing there. So I think maybe you might get these, OnlyFans chicks being like, hey, you can date me directly, or you can go on a date with me. That'll start to be part of the offers, is especially as AI starts to eat up the market, how do you get people to start spending? What can you do that AI can't? I can go to dinner with you, baby. We can do a little one-on-one. What about that? That's what's going to happen, I think, maybe. Okay, here's a good one. I secretly hooked up with my professor after graduation. Okay, good for you. I think, you know what? There has to be, I think this probably, because we only hear about when it comes forward, but it has to be happening more than we hear about, because not everyone's going to blab about it, and not every story's worth hearing about. But there has to be a certain level of sexual tension that gets built in that environment if people are looking for it. There has to be a dude who comes into his class and he goes I would love to fuck one of these students, or a lady too. I'm sure there's lady professors who are getting, actually, this is more of a lady thing. It's more of a lady thing for a teacher to fuck a student. So yeah, there has to be them coming in being love to smash, would love to smash in here. And then also when you're in university, it's your professor, you've passed that, there's a less of a moral quandary, because it's there's everyone's of legal age. You're not supposed to fuck your students. That's bad news bears. I think it's more because they're worried about it affecting your grade and the efficacy of your grades, and the legitimacy of your marks afterwards. Because then if you open season on that, oh shit. Okay, wait. If you open season on that, if you go, okay, we don't care, it's because everyone's of legal age, you're all allowed to fuck each other. You can fuck your professors. Then now people are going to start to get competitive with it. People are going to start to be well, I'll fuck the shit out of them is so I can get my mark. And then some other girls I'll fuck the shit out of them twice as much as you. I'll bring in a chick who's not even in the class and we'll have a threesome with them. And then the marks go to me. Then it's okay, then dudes are can I fuck my professor to get a grade? I think it'll work better on men than on women. This rules mostly from, actually, like I said, the rules are, we say, for whatever reason, in this specific context, the teacher-student context, chicks start to get wild with this. And so you take away the rule, maybe chicks start to be actually even crazier than dudes. But what I was saying, what was I saying? You fucked you waited. You fucked him. I think as long as this dude isn't married, and it's not like he can affect your grades anymore. It probably was affecting your grades, but you can't prove that he had this underlying horniness for you the entire time, and that was bumping your grades up. You can't prove that, but it probably was happening. So yeah, I don't know. It's whatever. Just let it ride, dude. Just let it fucking ride. Who cares? I say, who cares to that? No one has to know about that. No one has to know. And that's the end of the episode, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We were cooking today, dude. The Celsius, that Arctic vibe Celsius, ooh-wee. It was helping out a lot. Guys, remember, if you want more Dark Holes content, you can go to Gas Digital and use offer code CHE to get the exclusive episode that should be out tomorrow. As well as you can, like, comment, do all those things. And if you want to see me live, you can catch me at any of these following places: Denver, Los Angeles, Appleton, Wisconsin, Toronto, La Jolla, California, Skankfest, which is going to be in, what is that place? New Orleans. Then we have Charlotte, North Carolina, Chicago, and Albuquerque. All tickets are available at CheDurena.com. Bye.